So I think it's just about, what are we trying to solve? If we look at Sombra and Roadhog right now, we want to keep their identity intact.
Yeah.
We want it because they have very sharp identities in terms of Sombra being this hacker hero. How can we look at that, retain a lot of that fantasy, a lot of what people enjoy
D-
about her,
Does
but
it
also
ever
change
does it
some
ever
things up?
get tiring just because Sombra's already gone through a major rework? Does it ever get tiring of having to look at, like, it's kind of like redoing your essay in school for the third time? It's like, but I already did this 2 times. Like why do I have to do this for the third time?
I think Sombra is the one. Yeah, we're currently working on her, and we definitely run into that. We definitely run into wow. She's the problem child in some ways, but also it's very very exciting to do that too.
Yeah.
To have that work, it's a big challenge, and if we can if we can hit on it, I think it's going to be great. But when you have stealth and you have hack and some of these things combined on one hero, it can definitely be a little challenging at times.
Well, what's the biggest challenge with Sombra that you're trying to tackle right now?
I think I think going into it, what we're looking at is not just nerfing her, not just making her less fun to play. I think if we're gonna do anything, she has to. Some of our goals are, alleviate some of the frustration of playing against her, right? In terms of this, like, permanent stealth, or but plus some of the other things that she has, and she's able to get away like very easily. So it's, hey, which of those needs to go? How do we look at that? But also just not nerfing her kit so that she's no longer fun to play. We
Yeah.
still want summer players to enjoy her. Maybe there's something new for her when she comes out. There's a new toy in terms of like an ability or something in her kit that's very different. So those are the things we look at. We don't just want, hey, we did a Roadhog rework, we did a summer rework, and then they come out and they're not actually fun for those
Yeah.
players. So I mean that would be something we could do, but it's not something we want to do.
Well, that's what
right?
happened with me. I'm just gonna let you know. But hey, how like just just leave that there.
Hey, we are for May in particular, we're actually working on some changes.
Oh, really?
Once,
Yeah, they're
they're not
deleting her
too
attack.
far away. We've mentioned them before, where there might be some that
Shoot the
slow
floor, go
build up,
faster.
coming back into her kit. She won't completely freeze, but maybe she adds a debuff to someone and they're slowed for a certain amount of time, right?
Cool. That's great.
So, overall, let's go through this. So, Sombra, the problem child of the roster. So that was Alec Dawson. He's the hero design lead, or lead hero design. And Sombra's supposed to get a rework, some sort of rework for season 4 that's not just going to be changes. It's not just going to be numbers up or down. So, Sombra, the problem child of the roster. Understandable, they don't know how to get her to work with a goal of overall lower crowd control. So Overwatch 1, she had the 5-6 second cooldown, or 6-second hack duration. And the reason why they wanted to get rid of a lot of the crowd control and move it more towards tank and support off of damage is so there's more like class identity, but also there's only one tank. So before, if you were to like hack the Reinhardt, the Zarya bails him out. You hack the Winston, the Diva bails him out. You hack the Diva, the Winston, the two tanks could like protect each other. So that's why she doesn't really work with the long crowd control in Overwatch 2. And they wanted to give her a little more damage. With that being said, though, there is Kiriko now that can cleanse. So I don't know that would be, the worst. But it is what it is. That's the direction they want. They want less crowd control. So it's understandable that, this hero, that their whole identity is about disabling and whatnot and comboing with the team, is now difficult to like fit in to the current Overwatch 2. So they want to keep her sharp hacker hero identity. Not really sure what sharp means, but I guess just like strong. Like she's a hacker. Okay, she has a very strong identity of hacking and whatnot. But I do think hack is going to stay. Obviously, they want to keep the identity, but also they just made the changes to hack interaction with Orisa, and I don't think they would like fix that change with her ultimate, being able to hack Orisa's ultimate, that is, if they're going to remove it. They wouldn't really take the time to make that change. So I think hack's here to stay. I think they're gonna keep the duration. I think they like the 1.5 seconds. But if they, we'll see. So I think that's gonna stay. Confirms they're currently working on her rework. We're like less than a month out from season 4 at this point, I think. And if they don't have solid ideas of what the rework is going to be at this point and they're not testing it, I'm concerned. If they try to push it for season 4, if they try to push it back to season 5, sure, whatever. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Calls the rework challenging and exciting. To me, that's just buzzwords. I mean, they're just like, I don't think you're being really excited about going to rework another hero again that you've already done. Kind of like what Bro Uax said about you're more annoyed that you have to do this again, or that anyways. So sure, that's just whatever. Says having stealth and hack combined on one hero causes challenges, which I think having stealth on any hero is going to cause challenges. Like, let's say you had stealth and then they had a one-shot. That would be a problem. If they had stealth and then they had burst damage, that's going to be a problem. I don't think hack being in there is really the thing. So I think stealth is what's the difficult part, in she's the only one that has stealth. So naturally, it's going to be difficult to, like, where does she fit? There's no one else to compare. Like, okay, now we have Kiriko with immortality and Baptiste with immortality. We can balance these to each other a little bit. But like where their level of power is. But anyways, doesn't just want to nerf her, make her less fun to play. Clearly this means I'm being a little does this mean they want to nerf her? Obviously they don't. Like, it's not like she's like a strong hero per se. I think she's decent right now, and by decent I mean like playable. But they also have, like, she also has enough counters, in my opinion, that like Kiriko counters, Hanzo counters, Brigitte, Torb, Junkrat can, Zarya can. Like, every role has a counter for her, and if you have like 2 of them, it makes your life hell. So nerf, like, I don't she doesn't really need the nerf per se, but making her less fun to play is what I'm worried about, because if they remove Translocator, I think it's gonna be a problem, which we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, do they think she's strong? Do they think she's just annoying? Once again, says he wants to alleviate frustrations playing against her. Yeah, and I guess it's like, where does the frustration stand? Because like, I get frustrated getting one shot. I get frustrated, having my hack canceled by a Kiriko or a Zarya. So like, what is frustration to them? Is it the fact that she can cancel an ability? Is the fact that you can't kill her, but you can like stop her from fighting? Is Ball frustrating in that point, where like he just comes through and hits you and then leaves and you can't kill him? Is she frustrating because stealth and you just can't see her? And anyways, so it's like, what frustrations about her gameplay are they really trying to fix? And they do call out the permanent stealth plus getting away easily. Which of those needs to go? I think if you remove Translocator, stealth's just gonna be bad. Like, if you want to hit an EMP, you're gonna have to go into the middle of the team and then EMP, and then you die. So that's bad. If they give her any other movement ability, it's just gonna be worse. Because like, so then she'll need a buff. So anyways, permanent stealth, I think they can get rid of permanent stealth. She didn't have permanent stealth in Overwatch 1 until 2018. But when they gave her permanent stealth, they added things like she can't contest the payload, she can't contest the objective. and they lowered her speed. So is she gonna get, what buff is she gonna get to compensate for that? Because again, like I said, if they remove stuff, they're gonna have to add stuff because she's just not in a strong point right now. So still want Sombra players to enjoy her. Sure, cool. It's good that they say it, but I mean, do they really care? It's not like Sombra's a very large picked hero. You know, they're not gonna get the amount of pushback they do if like Mercy got gutted. Because Mercy gets gutted, man, the forums, they're done for. Considering giving Sombra a new toy or ability to enjoy. So this is you know, I don't think if they lower the stealth, I don't think they're gonna add a new toy. If they remove the translocator because they don't want her to get out while being in invis, she's just gonna be worse. And they give her a different movement ability, she's gonna be worse. They don't give her a movement ability, she's gonna be worse. If they give her some sort of damage, like if they give her more damage or an ability that does burst damage or an ability that does like what they're not going to want to give her more crowd control, right? She's already super team dependent on in terms of like getting a kill. Like she's very hard to get a solo kill. So if she's going to have like an ability that helps her team, it's just going to be like bad. Because like you can't do enough on your own already, so now you're gonna have to coordinate with your team even more. So I just don't know what ability they can give to her that's not gonna make her less annoying or less frustrating. Because I feel like if you give her more damage, she's coming at invis and just killing you. Because if you get rid of the ability to leave, then she has to be able to 1v1, which means she has to be able to 1v1, which means she has to have someone to sort of burst damage or more damage, which is going to be like, wow, she came out of invis and just killed you, and you had no chance. So I don't know how they're going to keep stealth. I feel like the only thing they can do is get rid of the permanent stealth and give her a little compensation buff, but I don't even know where they're going to do that. So overall, yeah, I'm concerned. I think she's in a decent spot right now where she's like playable, and only changing her because she is annoying. Like there's so many annoying things in the game. So why is Sombra the one that has a low pick rate being kind of targeted for it? So I think what they're going to do is get rid of permanent stealth, give her a compensation buff, and see where it lies. And it's going to be more of a just change and not really a rework. But until we know, hard to say how I really feel about it. But there you go.